I forgot to show you. Check out these cool chips. They're not A-bomb size, but they're pretty cool. And of course they're aluminum, not steel. But that grind on that high-speed steel worked good. It peeled them off just like it should. I decided not to use any WD-40 or aluminum tapping fluid just because it usually wants to, you know, wash your mark, and I was trying to get as close to that line as possible so I could see it. So, but pretty neat. Got them deburred. Didn't do too bad. I was trying to hit half an inch or 500 thousandths, should I say. And let me see if I can hold this right and show you guys. So this is the first one. Ah, come on. There you go. So we're about 4 thousandths short, maybe. A little tricky. Well, there it is. I'm sorry. Just where I got 490 thou and a few tenths on that one. So just about 10 thous shy of our target if we could have got it, but you know, a little bit tough on the shaper. Try to get it exact in this one. If I hold it, I think it's pretty close to that too. And get you in frame here. So I mean, at least I'm consistent, right? Same thing, about 10 thou short, so that'll work out good. So these are the sides. This will be the bottom plate. Which is gonna go on like that, obviously. On these two sides. Just gonna go like that. And what I've done is, you know, I left it proud on both sides. So what we're gonna do is kind of come and cut it. I got it inch long, so it would be kind of like this, and then I have that one adjuster for there, and then coming out, I don't know, and you have an adjuster here and an adjuster here, if that makes sense. You know, that way we've got 3 points so we can level it, and this will be in here. Kind of give you an idea. Let me get this stuff laid out and we'll go to the drill press, drill some holes. I'm going to thread it quarter 28, the fine thread, so I get a nice adjustment. So that's the plan. Just trying to lay out some holes. Got my stirrup pin punch. A little more precise than it has to be, but hey, it's fun anyways, right? And come back with the spring-loaded center punch. Get a nice good hole. And just rinse and repeat. Hopefully I'm in frame. Okay, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of laying it out. If that's going to wash it or not, I'll put it over here. So let's pretend the cap is basically the knurled knob we're going to make. So that would be here, that one would be here, and then the other one would be there. So these would be your adjusters for your leveling, and of course your walls are going to be right there. So I got enough clearance to get my fingers past the wall. Trying to think ahead so I don't bozo. I left a little extra material. I wasn't sure how far I was going to take this out, you know, for clearance, but I'm going to buzz this ½ inch off, and then of course we're going to go around and radius this stuff and make it look nice. Just finished milling that pocket out. She looks good. Take it over to the belt sander and we'll clean up these corners on that one and that one. I just got to flip around and just going to come down and hit the line right there. Got you set up over here at the belt sander. Hopefully that's a decent shot. See, I got it all cut out. So what I'm gonna do now is just radius these corners. Got them radiused. Looks pretty good. Awesome. Now on to the drill press and we'll drill these holes and then we'll just hand tap it. Abracadabra. And just like that, it is now a horizontal mill. So what you're looking at is my Swedish Habane mill. It is a vertical and horizontal mill. Spindle motor is a 4-horse and the power feed is a 2-horse, so it has 2 motors on it. Belt driven up to the spindle, and then you've got the gearbox in there. It's got 1 overarm support, so not as rigid as the Cincinnati's or the K&T's, but it works just fine. Actually getting ready to make his first set of chips in the new shop. So, little confession. The last time I ran a horizontal mill was 1986. College machine shop class. One of the shop projects we had to make, we had to use the K&T to do some horizontal milling. But you know, I think it's like riding a bicycle. So I got my work set up, bolted down, using these parallels as a backstop so she can't move back any farther. 2-flute carbide 1/4-inch end mill, and we'll just buzz her down. I think I'm going to stick you right there looking this way. Hopefully get you some good shots. We'll give her the shot and see how we do. All right, went in 125 thou. Yep, let's get the right way. There you go. You gotta get used to these levers. And looks like we're cutting it like butter. Just trying it dry. Hopefully it won't be too much heat build up. At least the chips want to fall out. Just finished. No issues. Chewed through it like butter. Just gotta do a little bit of deburring, but super exciting. First chips on the Abane mill. Haha. Alright. We are over here at the benchtop drill press. This was my grandfather's. So pretty cool. An old Delta Homecraft. I have already basically spot drilled our holes. So let me get you set up and we'll drill a few holes. Not sure if you're going to be able to see a bunch because my arm might be in the way, but see how I can do. See if I can keep out of frame there. Nothing fancy, just drilling some holes. Little WD and we'll get her started. Actually, she might not go all the way through. Yep, gotta love this Milwaukee fuel, baby. Nice. Sweet, works for me. Actually, let me go get a brush so I can knock these chips off. So let's get these threaded inserts in. So this is the installation tool with this heel coil kit. I like to use a little Loctite. Usually put it on the insert itself, but since these are so small, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the thread in there. Obviously there's not a whole lot of torque being applied on these, but on other applications, you know, just make sure that the insert doesn't move on you. Just a practice I do. And see if we can get this thing started on camera here. This installation tool helps for the fine thread. Hopefully it'll cooperate. Coarse threads are easier to start. I think we're getting in there. Feels like we are. I think it's starting. All right, cool, we are in. Excellent. That's all to it. I don't want to go too deep. These things are only, what, 3/8, and this is 1/2 inch plate, so it'll be like that. So we're over here at the lathe. Just took a skim pass, cleaned this piece of brass up. It's 1 inch diameter to make our adjusting screws. Or actually, these are going to be the knobs. So I'm going to go ahead and break that edge, clean that little tit off of there, and then we'll go ahead and knurl her. Got your scissor type knurler. So that is the plan of attack. Get her in a little bit and get her adjusted. potion number 9 just to help things out. Slow process knurling. That's as close as I can get to the chuck jaws. Let's see what it looks like there. And not too bad. We'll tighten her up a smidgen and we'll go back the other way. Alright, let me clean her up so you guys can see it. I'm pretty happy with the knurl. The camera's picking it up. She looks pretty good. I'm just going to break this edge and we'll just part her off into 3 sections. So I've had to change the plans. Instead of making more work for me than I need to, instead of cutting these 3 off and then finishing them, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do one at a time, and that way I think it'll be, like I said, a little bit quicker. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to chew this down. So I've got like a 1/2 inch shoulder, and then we'll drill and tap it and then part her off. The last pass. This should take us to about 1/2 inch. Using a 30 seconds. To get me, no, I'm sorry, using a 30 seconds to get me about a 67% thread engagement. We don't need a whole bunch for this application. Zero out my quill DRO, and we'll just go about 1/2 inch. All right, maybe about 400 thou. See how I feel. Just going to use my tail stock to help hopefully get me started straight. A little bit tight to do this with the tail stock and you guys, but got you up high, so hopefully I'm not going to hit you. Alright, we're starting in there good. I'm just using a smaller tap wrench to get the feel. If she starts getting difficult, obviously we can swap out to a larger one to be able to get more torque. But you guys have seen plenty of threading on the lathe. It ain't rocket science.